My beloved child, I know that for so long you have operated under the silent, heavy assumption that my love for you is a conditional prize, one that glows brightest when you are strong, capable, and holding everything together, but dims when you are weary or broken. You have convinced yourself that to be fully accepted in my presence, you must present a version of yourself that is polished and productive, hiding the trembling parts of your heart as if they were shameful secrets that would cause me to turn away. I am here to gently dismantle that lie and to whisper the absolute truth into the very core of your spirit. My love for you does not rise and fall with your performance, your energy levels, or your emotional state. I do not love you because of what you can do for me or how well you navigate the storms of life. I love you simply because you are mine, and that love is as constant as the stars and as unshakable as the foundations of the earth, regardless of your strength. You have lived with a quiet fear that if I truly saw the extent of your exhaustion or the depth of your confusion, I would be disappointed, much like a coach watching a player fail to perform on the field. But you must understand that I am not your coach. I am your father. A coach values you for your utility and your points on the scoreboard, but a father loves you because you are of his own flesh and bone, a precious creation knit together with intention and delight. When you are at your weakest, I do not look at you with judgment or frustration. I look at you with a surging compassion, desiring to scoop you up and hold you until the trembling stops and the peace returns. You do not need to impress me to earn your keep in my kingdom, for your place at my table was secured not by your labor, but by my grace, and that seat belongs to you whether you walk in with your head held high or crawl in on your hands and knees. I see the way you hold your breath, trying to maintain a facade of composure because you believe that falling apart is a sign of spiritual failure. But I want you to exhale and let the walls come down, for there is no safety in a fortress built of pretense. You have equated holiness with stoicism, believing that a faithful servant never cries, never doubts, and never stops working. But look at the Psalms and see the raw honesty of those who walked before you. They poured out their complaints, their fears, and their weaknesses, and I did not strike them down. I drew them closer, for honesty is the language of intimacy, and I desire your heart, not your performance. My love is not a reward for your perfection. It is a refuge for your imperfection, a safe harbor where you can drop the anchor of your soul and rest without fear of being cast adrift. It is time to unlearn the pattern of the world, which teaches you that your value is determined by your output, and that you are only as good as your last success. For this is a cruel taskmaster that will drive you into the ground. In my eyes, you are valuable not because of what you produce, but because of who you are, a carrier of my image, a vessel of my spirit, and the object of my deepest affection. You could strip away every achievement, every accolade, and every act of service, and my love for you would remain completely unchanged, burning with the same intensity as it did on your most productive day. You are precious to me in your stillness, in your silence, and in your unproductive moments, for I delight in your being, not just your doing, and I long for you to know the freedom of being loved without an agenda. I know that you have been thirsty for a love that doesn't require you to be on all the time, a love that allows you to be messy, unfinished, and in process without the threat of rejection looming over your head. You have been running a marathon of self-reliance, terrified that if you stop moving, the love you so desperately need will evaporate. But I am here to tell you that my love is not a mirage that disappears when you approach it with empty hands. I am the living water, and I flow most freely into the low places, into the valleys of your weakness where you feel you have nothing left to give. for it is there that you are most open to receiving. Come to me with your emptiness, your fatigue, and your questions, and you will find that I am not repelled by your need. I am drawn to it, ready to fill you with a peace that surpasses all understanding. There is a specific heaviness you carry when you feel you have failed to be the strong one for everyone else, a guilt that whispers you are letting people down, and by extension, letting me down. But I never asked you to be the savior of the world. You are human, made of dust and breath, and your limitations are not sins to be repented of. They are boundaries to be respected and invitations to trust in my limitless strength. When you reach the end of your rope, you have not reached the end of my love. You have simply reached the place where my strength can begin to perfect itself in your weakness. I do not despise your frailty. I designed you to be dependent on me, just as a branch is dependent on the vine, and your weakness is simply the connection point where my life flows into yours. Let this truth settle deep into your bones today. You are safe with me, safe to be strong and safe to be weak, safe to conquer mountains and safe to weep in the valley, for my love encompasses the full spectrum of your human experience. You do not have to partition your life, bringing only the good parts to the altar and hiding the bad parts in the shadows. I want all of you, the glorious and the gritty, the faithful and the fearful. I am the God of your whole life, not just your highlight reel, and I promise to walk with you through every season, loving you with an everlasting love that knows no conditions and no end. I see the signs of your struggle, beginning with the shame that washes over you whenever you feel tired or emotional, as if having human needs is a defect in your character. You treat your own exhaustion like a moral failure, scolding yourself for needing rest when you think you should be pushing through. But this harshness is not from me. I created the rhythm of day and night, of work and Sabbath, and when your body signals the need for sleep or your heart signals the need for tears, it is not a rebellion, it is a design feature. You feel this shame because you have believed the lie that you must be superhuman to be holy. But I became human to show you that holiness is found in humility and dependence, not in endless striving. You have developed a habit of hiding your needs because you do not want to burden anyone, walking through life with a silent ache while telling everyone around you that you are fine. You carry heavy loads alone, convinced that asking for help is a sign of weakness or an imposition on others. And so you suffer in isolation while surrounded by people who would gladly help if they only knew. This independence is a wall you have built to protect yourself from the pain of rejection, but it also keeps out the love and support I have placed in your life. I did not create you to walk this journey alone. I created you for community, where burdens are shared and weakness is met with compassion, not judgment. I notice that you only feel truly worthy after you have gotten it together, waiting until the house is clean, the list is checked off, and your emotions are under control before you allow yourself to feel good or to approach me in prayer. You treat my presence like a formal event that requires a specific dress code of emotional stability, fearing that if you come to me in your mess, I will turn you away. But I am the God of the messy, the broken, and the unfinished, and I would rather have your honest mess than your polished pretense. Your worth is not a destination you arrive at after hard work. It is the starting point of our relationship, settled forever by my choice to call you my own. There is a subtle anxiety in your spirit when things are quiet, a feeling that you should be doing something, fixing something, or improving something, because you have forgotten how to simply be. You feel a low-grade guilt when you sit down to rest, as if you are stealing time that belongs to productivity, and this restlessness prevents you from truly receiving the restoration I offer. This inability to rest is a sign that you are trying to earn your existence, to justify the space you take up in the world through your utility. I want you to know that you have permission to rest, not because you have finished your work, but because you are my beloved child, and children are allowed to play and sleep without earning their keep. You often act as the emotional anchor for everyone around you, absorbing their stress and solving their problems, while neglecting the storms raging within your own heart. You have become so good at caretaking that you have forgotten how to be cared for, and you feel uncomfortable and vulnerable when the roles are reversed. This overfunctioning is a sign that you believe love is a transaction. You give care to receive value, but this leaves you drained and spiritually malnourished. I want to nurture you, to pour into you, and to let you be the one who is held, but you must first lay down the burden of being the strong one for the entire world. You struggle to accept compliments or kindness, often deflecting them or immediately trying to repay them, because deep down, you do not believe you deserve to receive without giving something in return. When someone loves you at your weakest, offering help when you have nothing to offer back, it triggers a panic in you, a fear of being in debt or being seen as needy. This resistance to receiving is a sign that you have not fully accepted my grace, for grace is essentially unearned favor given to those who cannot repay it. I want to heal your heart so that you can receive love with open hands, acknowledging that you are worthy of care simply because you exist. You have a persistent fear that if you show your true vulnerability, people will leave, confirming your deepest fear that you are only lovable when you are useful or pleasant. You edit your words, mask your pain, and swallow your tears, presenting a curated version of yourself to the world to ensure your safety. This self-protection keeps you lonely even in a crowd, for you know that the love you are receiving is for the mask, not for the person underneath. I see the real you, the one behind the mask, and I love that person fiercely and completely. And I want to lead you to safe pastures where you can be fully known and still fully loved. You often replay your moments of weakness in your mind, criticizing yourself for not being stronger, smarter, or more resilient, creating a loop of self-condemnation that steals your peace. You look at your mistakes through a magnifying glass, while ignoring the miles of faithful walking you have done, distorting your own self-image. This hyperfocus on your flaws is a sign that you are judging yourself by a standard of perfection that I have never imposed upon you. I look at you with eyes of mercy, seeing your growth and your heart, and I want you to trade your critical gavel for my gentle grace. You feel a profound sense of isolation when you are struggling, assuming that everyone else has it all figured out, and that you are the only one who feels this lost or overwhelmed. You look at the curated lives of others and compare their highlights to your behind-the-scenes struggles, concluding that something is wrong with you. This comparison is a thief of joy and a distortion of reality, for every soul carries burdens and every heart has its wounds. You are not alone in your weakness. It is the common thread of humanity that binds you to one another and to me, if you will only let it. Finally, you have a deep longing to be held, to simply collapse into arms that are stronger than yours and let go of the weight of the world. But you rarely give yourself permission to do so. You keep standing, keep marching, keep holding it up, because you are afraid that if you let go, everything will fall apart. But I am the foundation that holds all things together, and I am inviting you to let go, to surrender the weight, and to fall into the safety of my embrace. Your longing is not a weakness. It is a homing beacon calling you back to the place where you belong, in the arms of your Father. I want to speak directly to the struggles that have grown from these seeds, starting with your deep-seated fear of being a disappointment to me and to the people you love. You carry a heavy script in your mind that says you must constantly improve, achieve, and exceed expectations to maintain your status in relationships. When you stumble or fall short, you don't just feel the pain of the mistake. You feel the crushing weight of anticipated rejection, believing that you have let everyone down. I want to lift this burden from your shoulders and tell you that you cannot disappoint me because I have no illusions about you. I know you are dust, I know you are frail, and I love you with a perfect knowledge of all your limitations. You struggle with the belief that you must be strong to be safe, a survival mechanism you likely learned long ago when vulnerability resulted in pain or neglect. You learned that tears were ignored and needs were dismissed, so you built a fortress of strength and vowed never to be weak again. But this fortress has become a prison, keeping you locked inside with your fear and keeping true intimacy outside the walls. I want to dismantle this fortress brick by brick, not to leave you defenseless, but to surround you with my presence, which is a far safer shield than your own manufactured strength. There is a pattern of overfunctioning in your life, where you do more than your share, take on responsibilities that aren't yours, and fix problems you didn't create, all to avoid the feeling of being needy or useless. You pour yourself out until you are dry, hoping that your usefulness will secure your place in the hearts of others. This overfunctioning is a trauma response, a frantic attempt to control your environment and ensure you are indispensable. I am calling you to stop earning your keep and to start trusting that you are loved for your essence, not your utility. Step back and let others carry their own loads so you can carry only what I have given you. You find it incredibly difficult to receive help without feeling a crushing sense of guilt, apologizing profusely whenever someone extends a hand to assist you. You feel like a burden, a drain on resources, and you keep a mental ledger of debts you think you owe, planning how to pay them back immediately. This inability to receive is a barrier to grace, for if you cannot receive help from people, you will struggle to receive help from me. I want you to practice the humility of receiving, understanding that allowing others to help you is a gift to them, an opportunity for them to exercise love and kindness. You struggle with the feeling that your weakness cancels out your value, that every time you are anxious, depressed, or tired, you are losing points in the eyes of God and man. You view your struggles as evidence that you are failing at life, rather than seeing them as normal parts of the human experience in a fallen world. This mathematical view of your worth is a lie from the enemy, designed to keep you in a state of perpetual insecurity. Your value was settled at the cross, purchased with a price that is infinite, and no amount of bad days or weak moments can depreciate the treasure that you are to me. You often feel like an imposter in your faith, fearing that if people knew the doubts and fears you wrestle with, they would question your spirituality. You think that good Christians are always full of faith and joy, so you hide your struggles and pretend to be stronger than you are. This pretense creates a distance between you and me, for you are bringing a character to prayer instead of your true self. I am not looking for a performance of faith. I am looking for the raw material of your heart, doubts and all, so that I can meet you with real truth and real comfort. You struggle with a perfectionism that paralyzes you, preventing you from starting things or finishing things because you are terrified of the messiness of the process. You want the result to be flawless, and when you feel weak or incapable, you freeze, judging yourself for your lack of progress. This perfectionism is not a pursuit of excellence. It is a pursuit of safety, a way to avoid criticism and shame. I am inviting you to embrace the messy middle, the imperfect progress, and the stumbling steps, for I am walking with you in the process, delighting in your growth more than the final product. There is a deep loneliness in your strength, a sense that you are the one who holds the umbrella for everyone else while you get soaked in the rain. You are the listener, the advisor, the rock, but you wonder who will be the rock for you when you are crumbling. You hesitate to reach out because you don't want to change the dynamic or look weak in front of those who depend on you. I want to be that rock for you, the shelter where you can fold your umbrella and come in out of the rain, finding a place where you are the one being served and comforted. You struggle with the fear that if you stop pushing yourself, you will become lazy or complacent, so you drive yourself with a whip of self-criticism. You believe that kindness will make you soft and that only harsh discipline produces results, so you deny yourself rest and compassion. But true fruitfulness comes from abiding in the vine, not from striving in the flesh. Rest is the soil in which the Spirit grows the strongest fruit. I want you to lay down the whip and accept my yoke, which is easy, and my burden, which is light, finding that you can accomplish more through peace than you ever did through panic. You have a hard time trusting that I am truly good when you are suffering, wondering why I allow the weakness and the pain if I love you so much. You interpret your struggles as a sign of my absence or my displeasure, feeling abandoned in your moments of greatest need. I want you to know that I am closest to the brokenhearted, that I am collecting every tear, and that your suffering is not a sign of my absence, but a canvas for my grace. I am with you in the fire, not to punish you, but to refine you and to show you that the fire cannot consume you when I am by your side. You struggle with identifying your own emotions because you have spent so long suppressing them to be strong and appropriate. You shove down anger, sadness, and fear, labeling them as negative and trying to pray them away, but they remain beneath the surface, draining your energy. Emotions are the dashboard of your soul, signaling what is happening deep within, and I gave them to you as tools, not enemies. I want you to bring your raw emotions to me, to pour them out like water, trusting that I am big enough to handle your anger and gentle enough to heal your sadness. You often feel defined by your worst moments, letting one failure or one season of weakness become the title of your entire life story. You forget the years of faithfulness and focus on the day you fell, convincing yourself that you are damaged goods. But I am the author of your story, and I do not title your book based on a difficult chapter. I see the whole narrative, the redemption arc, and the glory that is to come. I define you by my love and my righteousness, not by your stumbling, and I am rewriting the narrative of shame into a testimony of grace. Finally, you struggle with the vulnerability of hope, afraid to believe that things can get better or that you can be loved this deeply, because you don't want to be disappointed again. You keep your expectations low to protect your heart, living in a cynicism that masquerades as realism. I want to rekindle the flame of hope in your heart, a hope that does not disappoint because it is anchored in my character, not in your circumstances. Dare to believe that I love you at your weakest, and you will find the courage to hope for a future that is brighter than you can imagine. Receive this revelation into the center of your being. My love is not a reward for your strength. It is a refuge for your weakness. The world operates on a reward system. You work, you get paid. You perform, you get applause, but my kingdom operates on a refuge system. When you are too weak to work, too tired to perform, and too broken to stand, the gates of my love swing wide open, inviting you in to find shelter. The cross was not a reward for people who had it all together. It was a rescue mission for those who were lost, weak, and without hope. You qualify for my love precisely because you need it, not because you have earned it. Understand that your weakness does not disqualify you from my purpose. Rather, it invites my grace to take center stage. If you were self-sufficient, omnipotent, and perfect, you would have no need for a savior, and there would be no space for my power to work through you. Your limitations are the very openings through which my spirit moves, showing the world that the surpassing power belongs to God and not to you. Do not despise your weakness, for it is the tether that binds you to me, keeping you dependent and humble, and ensuring that you never have to walk this road alone. The deepest truth is that being loved at your lowest teaches you that love is real. If you are only loved when you are wearing your Sunday best, you will always wonder if the love is for you or for the costume. But when you are loved when you are weeping, when you have failed, when you are unlovely in your own eyes, that is when you know with unshakable certainty that the love is genuine. I allow you to be seen in your weakness so that you can experience the security of a love that has seen the worst of you and stayed. This is the only kind of love that can truly heal the human heart. You must realize that I am not waiting for you to fix yourself before I use you or commune with you. I want to partner with you right now, in the middle of your mess. Many of my greatest servants, Moses, David, Peter, Elijah, were men of profound weakness, prone to fear, doubt, and failure. Yet I loved them and used them mightily. Your disqualifications in the eyes of the world are often your qualifications in my eyes, because they ensure that you will rely on me. Stop waiting for a perfect version of yourself to emerge. Bring your current, imperfect self to me, and let us walk together today. The strength I offer is not the brittle hardness of a stone that cannot be broken. It is the flexible strength of a tree that bends in the storm but does not snap. Worldly strength is rigid, unyielding, and ultimately fragile. My strength is gentle, resilient, and enduring. When you admit your weakness, you tap into this divine resilience, allowing my spirit to sustain you in ways that your own willpower never could. You are not giving up when you surrender your strength. You are trading a limited resource for an infinite one. My love is a constant, not a variable. It is the sun that shines behind the clouds even when you cannot see it or feel its warmth. Your feelings are like the weather, changeable, turbulent, and fleeting. But my love is the climate, the overarching reality that governs your life. Do not judge the reality of my love by the volatility of your emotions. Stand on the truth of my word, which declares that nothing can separate you from the love of God. Whether you feel spiritual and strong or carnal and weak, the covenant I made with you remains unbroken. You need to understand that rest is not a sign of laziness, but a spiritual weapon against the enemy of your soul who wants to burn you out. When you lie down to sleep, when you take a break, when you admit you can't do it all, you are declaring that you are not God and that the world is in my hands, not yours. This humility is a powerful shield against pride and anxiety. Embracing your physical and emotional limits is an act of worship, acknowledging your creatureliness and honoring the Creator who made you with a need for rest. The vulnerability you fear is actually the gateway to the intimacy you crave. You cannot be truly intimate with someone if you are hiding behind a wall of strength. Walls keep enemies out, but they also keep friends out. When you lower your defenses and let me see your wounds, you allow me to apply the balm of Gilead to the places that hurt the most. Intimacy is into me see, and I want to see into you, not to judge the mess, but to heal the hurt and to fill the empty spaces with my presence. I want you to reframe your scars not as marks of shame, but as testimonies of survival and monuments to my sustaining grace. Every time you fell and got back up, every time you broke and were put back together, my hand was there. Your history of weakness is also a history of my faithfulness. Do not hide your story. It is the proof that I am a God who saves, restores, and redeems. Your weakness has a purpose: to display the glory of a God who can take broken pieces and make a masterpiece. Finally, receive the revelation that you are already pleasing to me, not because of what you do, but because of who you are in Christ. When I look at you, I see the righteousness of my Son, a covering that is perfect and spotless. You do not have to strive to earn a status you have already been given. You simply need to rest in the identity that is yours. You are the beloved. That is your name, that is your nature, and that is your destiny. Live from that place of approval, not for it. I encourage you now to practice honest prayer, stripping away the religious language and speaking to me as a child speaks to a father. It is okay to say, "I am not okay, I am angry, I am tired," or "I don't know what to do." These prayers are music to my ears because they are true. I cannot heal a fake version of you. I can only heal the real you. Start today by telling me exactly how you feel, without filtering or editing, and trust that I can handle your honesty. I challenge you to accept one small help this week without apologizing, whether it is a compliment, a meal, a ride, or a listening ear. When someone offers kindness, simply say, "Thank you," and resist the urge to explain why you don't deserve it or how you will pay it back. Let the love land. Let yourself be served. This small act of receiving will begin to retrain your heart to believe that you are worthy of care. Build a gentle strength routine for your life, prioritizing the things that sustain you rather than drain you. Prioritize sleep as a spiritual discipline, knowing that a rested body supports a faithful spirit. Set boundaries that protect your peace, saying no to things that are not your assignment so you can say yes to what is. Fill your mind with truth that counters the lies of the enemy. Seek support from safe people who remind you of who you are. When the voice of condemnation tells you that you are weak and worthless, answer it with the voice of the gospel. Say, "Yes, I am weak, but my God is strong and His strength is made perfect in me." Agree with your weakness, but do not agree with the shame. Use your weakness as a reminder to lean harder on me. The weaker you feel, the harder you lean and the safer you become. Look for me in the low places of your life, not just the high peaks. I am in the quiet moments of the morning, in the exhaustion of the evening, in the tears of the night. I am the God of the valley. Do not wait until you are out of the valley to talk to me. Talk to me while you are in it. I am walking right beside you, holding your hand, even when the darkness makes it hard to see my face. Forgive yourself for not being perfect. You are holding a grudge against yourself for being human, and it is time to let it go. I have forgiven you. Now you must forgive you. Release the expectation that you should be further along, stronger or better by now. Embrace where you are. Love the person you are today, not just the person you hope to be tomorrow. Kindness to yourself opens the door for growth. Criticism shuts it. Remember that the strongest people are those who know they are weak and know where to go for help. True spiritual maturity is not independence from God. It is radical dependence on God. The more you grow, the more you will realize how much you need me. Do not despise this need, celebrate it. It is the cord that binds us together in an eternal embrace. I want you to take a moment right now to visualize me holding you. Not the strong, capable version of you, but the tired, small, vulnerable version. See me looking at you with eyes full of tenderness, not disappointment. Feel my arms wrapping around you, creating a shield between you and the world. Stay in this image for a moment. This is the truth of your existence. You are held. You are safe. You are loved. Speak life over your weakness. Instead of saying, I am a mess, say, I am a work in progress. Instead of saying, I can't do this, say, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Your words shape your reality. Align your speech with my perspective. Be gentle with your own soul. You are doing better than you think you are. Trust that I am using your current season, however difficult, to build something eternal in you. The pressure you feel is not crushing you. It is pressing you into a diamond. The heat is refining the gold. Nothing is wasted. Your tears are watering seeds of joy that will bloom in due time. Hold on. The morning is coming. My love will carry you through the night. My child, as we close this time together, I want you to carry this assurance with you. I love you at your absolute weakest, when you have nothing to offer but your need. And I love you at your strongest, when you are soaring on wings like eagles. My love is the constant ground beneath your feet. You do not have to earn it. You do not have to keep it. You just have to receive it. It is yours. Forever. Walk in this freedom today. The freedom to be human. The freedom to be imperfect. The freedom to be loved. Let the weight fall off your shoulders. I have it. I have you. We are in this together, and I will never let you go. Let your heart be light, for the heavy lifting belongs to me. You were not designed to carry the salvation of the world, nor the salvation of your own soul. That is my work. Your work is to believe, to trust, and to abide. When the burden feels too heavy, it is a sign that you have picked up something that belongs to me. Set it down. Let me carry the worries, the fears, and the future. You just hold my hand. Remember that even the mightiest warriors in my army needed rest, food, and companionship. Elijah sat under a broom tree and asked to die from exhaustion, and I did not lecture him. I sent an angel to feed him and let him sleep. If I treated my prophets with such gentleness, how much more will I treat you? Do not be harsher with yourself than I am with my saints. Eat, sleep, and know that the journey is too great for you to walk alone. Your tears are liquid prayers, and I understand the language of every drop. When you cannot find the words, your weeping speaks volumes to my heart. Do not hold them back in an attempt to be strong. Let them flow. They are cleansing the wounds of your soul. I gather them in my bottle. I record them in my book. You are precious to me in your sorrow. I am building a testimony in you that will help others who are weak. One day, you will comfort others with the same comfort you are receiving right now. Your pain will become a bridge to reach the lonely. Your weakness will become a doorway for others to find my strength. You are not suffering in vain. You are going to school to become a healer. Do not be afraid of the silence. In the quiet, when you stop striving, you can finally hear the whisper of my love. The world is loud and demanding, but I speak in the still, small voice. Create space for the quiet. Turn off the noise. Sit with me. You don't have to say anything. Just being there is enough. Keep your eyes on me, not on the waves. Peter sank when he looked at the storm, but he walked on water when he looked at me. Your weakness feels like a storm, but I am the master of the waves. Look at my face. See the love in my eyes. That focus will keep you above water. I am not letting you drown. You are a masterpiece in the making. A painting looks messy in the middle of the process, but the artist knows exactly what he is doing. Trust the brushstrokes of my grace. Trust the colors of joy and sorrow I am using. The final picture will be more beautiful than you can imagine. You are my work of art. I am breathing new life into your weary bones. Receive my breath. Receive my strength. You are going to make it. Not because you are strong enough, but because I am faithful enough. My faithfulness is your shield and rampart. Rest in that truth. Let go of the need to understand everything. You cannot see the end from the beginning, but I can. Trust my vision. Trust my plan. You are walking by faith, not by sight. And faith is simply holding the hand of the one who sees. I see the way. I will guide you. I love you with an everlasting love. It started before you were born, and it will continue after time ends. It is not a feeling, it is a covenant. I have sworn by my own name to be your God and to keep you. You are secure. You are held. You are mine. Take a deep breath now. Release the tension in your jaw, your shoulders, your hands. Let my peace wash over you from the top of your head to the soles of your feet. Peace is my gift to you. My peace I give to you, not as the world gives. Let your heart not be troubled. Go into your day or your night with a lighter step. You do not have to prove anything to anyone. You are approved by heaven. You have the backing of the King. You have the resources of the kingdom. You are fully equipped for whatever comes because I am with you. If you stumble today, I will catch you. If you fall tomorrow, I will lift you up. If you run out of strength, I will be your strength. There is no scenario where I leave you. There is no circumstance where I stop loving you. You are covered. Be kind to the person you see in the mirror. That is my child. Speak gently to them. Treat them with respect. They have been through a lot, and they are still standing. Honor their journey. Honor their resilience. I certainly do. My love for you is the most real thing in the universe. Everything else is temporary. My love is eternal. Anchor your soul in this reality. Let it be the North Star that guides you home. You are never lost when you are loved. I am proud of you, not just for what you achieve, but for how you keep trying, for how you keep seeking me, for how you keep loving despite the pain. I see your heart. It is beautiful to me. You are a delight to my soul. Rest now, my beloved. The battle is mine. The victory is assured. You are safe in the palm of my hand. Nothing can snatch you away. Sleep in peace. Rise in hope. I am with you always, even to the end of the age. If this message has brought comfort to your weary heart, I invite you to stay connected here. By subscribing, you are opening a door to receive more whispers of my love and encouragement in the days to come. It is a simple way to remind yourself that you are never alone. Walk in my grace today, knowing you are loved at your weakest and at your strongest.